All right, so one of the things that the warm weather makes it a little less likely to do is maybe get out and run, but not you guys, right? These guys absolutely are going to be out there. We're joined by Kofi Burney and Bob Schemus from the Houston Striders, and one of the reasons that you guys are on is because you got a big thing going on with GMA, which is tomorrow. There's like the GMA, if you've heard about this, the GMA 5K. So Kofi, tell us a little bit about the GMA 5K first, and then we'll get into the Houston Striders as well.
It's really all about just making sure from a fitness standpoint that we're encouraging fitness not just nationally, but also in the Houston area. We're Houstonians, we love Houston, and we're really glad to partner with Good Morning America on this 5K. It's at the Memorial Park Conservancy, so it's in Memorial Park. It's at 6:30, so hopefully everyone can join.
Get down there probably around 6, 5:45, you know, don't wait till 6:30 to pull up,
that's
right?
Start time.
And for those who don't know, 5K, 3 miles?
3-ish miles.
3-ish, yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
yeah, 3 plus,
Right,
but we're not counting.
So, Bob, tell us about how Houston Striders got involved with the GMA 5K, if you don't mind.
Well, we're one of Houston's biggest running clubs. We have about 700 members, and GMA contacted us, believe it or not, and they wanted to have us organize something, find a place. Memorial Park Conservancy was very nice, and they've offered their running trail as the place for us to do it. And we've taken it from there, and we're expecting a pretty nice turnout too. We'll be starting at the Eastern Glades, by the way. That's where the actual starting point is for that.
The Memorial Park, I find, is probably the premier place to run. You know, there's plenty of shade. There's no street to have to cross or anything like that, and so it makes it a really ideal spot. And my wife and I try to go on the weekends, and you know, when it's a nice weekend, you can barely get in with the parking, but you know, but tomorrow should be no problem, right?
It should be great, and we love Memorial Park. We do a lot of our training runs there. You know, part of our club runs are there. So yeah, Houston Striders. You know, just check us out on Instagram or Facebook. So yeah.
Tell us about Houston Striders. How did you get your start, and where are you from where you started to where you are now?
Yeah, the good thing is the Houston Striders Running Club was started in 1985. So this is actually our 40th anniversary year. So we're going to have a party, and you can check that out online. But yeah, we started in 1985, as Bob mentioned. There's 700 plus members. And so we have members that have run the Boston Marathon. We have members that are just starting out with 5Ks. We have walkers. So a wide diversity of runners across the city. We're one of the bigger running clubs, not only in Texas, but in the nation. And so we really like giving back to Houston.
And I'm glad you mentioned beginners, because you know, a lot of times the clubs, you mentioned the Boston Marathon, you don't want to hit those highlights, right? I mean, that's a highlight for runners, right? Let's face it. But you don't have to think, well, I've got to run a marathon in order to be part of a local running group. That's not really what it's about. It's about getting out there, getting healthy, meeting other people, and holding yourself accountable, right?
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about it. You know, even going through COVID, what really kind of helped me from mental health was running.
Sure.
You know, I was able to get out there again when a lot of things were shut down. I was able to get back to running. So our running club is really founded around that principle: activity, mental health, and community. So the Houston Striders really believe.
If I can add, Kofi is actually one of our post-COVID runners. He came right as COVID was finishing, and he joined, and he's seen the club grow quite a bit from there too. So it's been really, really nice seeing the growth.
One of the things too I like about running is it doesn't really take a whole lot of special gear or anything like that. Get a nice pair of shoes and you're out the door. Tell us a little bit about that. Is this something that's easy for people to get into?
That's absolutely right. Yeah, I think one of the things, and the other part of that is you don't need to necessarily run with a bunch of people. You can just say, hey, on your schedule, on your time, you can find a good pair of shoes, some shorts, because if you're in Houston, you definitely want shorts and short sleeves.
That's right.
But if you can get that going, then you can go out there and you can run your distance. Like maybe doing a 5K is a little much. Maybe running around the block is what you're ready for. Maybe walking, a couple miles is good. That's the magic of running and walking and activity. So we really encourage that.
And the great thing too about a group like the Houston Striders is there's somebody there who's been in your shoes if you're starting out, right? I mean, everybody there started out at some point, right? Nobody's born running a marathon. Let's face it, right?
Definitely. So we have people. I mean, at our track workouts and at our long runs on Saturdays, we'll get 100 people, and there are people of all shapes and sizes and abilities and wants too. So yeah, there's always somebody who fits your need. Yeah, you're not going to be the slowest person there. You might be the fastest, we don't know, but you'll have some competition to be the fastest too, trust me on that.
And the age ranges, Kofi, tell us about that. Young people all the way up to seniors?
I would say, yeah, and actually we've had people as young as 10, 11, or 12 years old. Like people will bring their kids and say, hey, it's a family activity, they want to run, they'll come to our track sessions and do that. So yeah, we don't have any barrier. If you can run and you can run around the block, then you're welcome, or even walk around the block, you're welcome to come.
That's great. I'm sure we showed the website again, but let's go ahead and put it up. And one of the things I like about it, it's got events up there, so you can go to the website and find out if you think, well, maybe I'm interested in doing this. It's all right there to find out what's coming up next, right?
Yeah, and the website is great, but also we want you to check us out on Instagram, Facebook. We put a lot of stuff on Instagram, social media. That's a lot of how people communicate these days, and also Strava. So yeah, definitely a lot of ways to get involved.
Hey, Kofi, you mentioned the mental health space, after COVID and getting it. Did you have a physical space that you wanted to get to too, as far as because I was sharing this with you guys, around the COVID time, I was about 40 pounds overweight, and I said I can't do this, and running was a big part of me getting back into shape. How about yourself?
Exactly. So I was actually more of a basketball player. I love basketball. It's what I've been playing since I was a young kid. I didn't actually get involved with running till much later. I was in a lot of team sports, running is kind of more of the punishment.
Yes,
like, hey,
it
you gotta
is.
go do
Another
it
lap,
at the end of practice. And so not till I got involved with the Striders that I see running as more of an enjoyment, a way to kind of clear your head, had a hard day, go run a couple miles, get into a little better mental headspace. But the physical aspect, I lost 10 or 20 pounds.
Sure,
so that helps.
yeah.
Look a little better in a suit. So
Exactly.
So that helps.
Exactly.
So yes.
Yeah, and Bob, when looking at the GMA 5K once again, just kind of give us a little bit more of, is this something that's special for the Houston Striders?
Oh, it's definitely special. It'll be nationwide. We'll be having a live Zoom feed with GMA up in New York City too. So as we're running, we'll be having, like I said, a Zoom feed with a selfie stick and feeding in, hopefully saying some things, nice things too, such as Houston Heat can't stop us and things like that. They do have some things they want us to say, and we'll say them and add our own, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I tell you, doing it in the morning is always a great idea in Houston, right? It'll be in the 70s rather than the 90s in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, this hot front waited till the GMA 5K to come. We had spring, and then all of a sudden summer just hit us like a brick.
That's great. That's great. Kofi, I wanted to say thanks for you guys for coming in. And again, if somebody wants to check out what you guys do, just hit the website or hit you up on social media.
Instagram and Facebook. So.
All right, that's great. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Bob, Kofi.
Yeah.
Houston Striders, GMA 5K tomorrow morning, 6:30. Get down to Memorial.
Try to get there at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.